Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris, this is Restoration Rescue. So last week we were attempting to figure out the brake lines, but this week we're gonna try and get the cab from the spare truck in the garage without losing any limbs. Alright, so last week we had some issues with the brake lines and we were able to figure it out thanks to some of our subscribers and some other people online that we found. So you can see as we ran it back over here and around the spindle, we had the truck jacked up when we were rolling out and we turned the wheels both ways. They don't bind at all. We also drilled this out a little bit so we could get our other brake line in, mocked it up. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go clean out the cab in the back and then we're going to try and get it in the garage. Alright guys, that was a huge success. We have gotten the cab from the loaner truck or the donor truck into the garage. We got it on our nice new jig that my dad helped us build. We just put it up pretty much where all four of our cab mounts will go, made a big square, put it on wheels so we can move it around the garage just to give us a little bit more play room when we do weld or if we weld on this. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna compare and pro and con each one. I think we're gonna do a big Frankenstein of both of them just to make one good truck out of the both of them. They both have some pros and they both have some cons that we're looking at, and we're trying to decide which one we should go with the majority of. But first and foremost, we're gonna come up here and we're gonna talk about our roof on both of them. You can see that this is pretty rusted, that if we come up, we can almost start peeling it off. On the other cab, right over here, we pretty much have the same thing. It looks like somebody came with some goop to try and stop some of the rust, and you can see it's got holes in it. And then we come here, this has this hole too. You see that, you know, when I'm punching it, some of it's going to start breaking off. Not a big deal. Same over here. This hole is a little bit bigger on the other side of this cab though. It's even bigger. Not a big deal because we are going to have to remove this and we can treat that. This cab right here, right by our door, has a big hole right here where each of those sides don't on this one. I think the other side on this one is good though. The one good thing on this cab is this area right here. You can see right here on this one, we already have a pinhole from rust starting, and it's already starting to lose some of it and start to turn into rust. You also have right here where this thing is rusting out and starting to turn. Like you can see, I can just start peeling that away. This right here is nice and strong, but when we come underneath, it's starting to rust out, which is just a quick little patch panel, hopefully, for someone who's skilled, unlike us. We come back into the back side of this cab, and we look up here at the top of the window. If you can see that, nice and strong. Where the other cab, it's rotten. And also on this cab, on the inside up here, this one's not rotted, and this cab's already starting to rot. Like, I am poking literally right here. You can't really see it, but you can get all the way up in here with the huge hole there. This has the rust above the window as well in the back. And then we come down, there's some rust down on the side, not too major on each of the little back parts. The cab corners on both are toast, which is not huge. They sell patch panels. We've already got those in actually. We're gonna come over here and start talking about the firewalls with both. If we come over here on this part of the firewall, you can see this is pretty solid. Like I get poked, but I'm not getting through. Here, I am, look at that. I am all the way in there. The same pretty much all around. Same on the other side. This firewall on this one has a little bit of stuff. You have a little bit of like a chipmunk, look like it bit something out, a little bit of rust there. Not too hard to fix. And a little bit over here. But otherwise the firewall is pretty solid. If we come over here to this other truck, the original one, you have this huge rust out spot here that you can poke through and take out a lot of metal, which is not good. You have a part of this mount here that's rusted out. That's going to be door frame stuff. And then we'll come and talk about the floor. So the floor in this truck is bad, but not as bad as the other one. Obviously this is rust just like the other side. Our rockers are bad, which need to be replaced, which we need to replace on that one. This one's floor is a little bit better, but if we come over here and look, we'll show you how bad it is over here on this one. It's so bad that it came and even took out where our cab mount is. So we're a little bad on the rust here. We got a little bit of rust here that we need to fix on this support. Our whole cab support here is missing. And obviously we got the Fred Flintstone effect going on, but we got this beautiful windshield in this one. Nice little polish. This one will be good to go. It'll fit in either one. They're the same exact truck, both 1963 C10s. But that's really gonna be a wrap. We're gonna think about Frankensteining this thing and hopefully get it welded next week. We'll see you guys next Saturday. I think that's a jock strap. Whoops.